and today we're going to be doing some very basic yoga postures. These postures are great for beginners. So to begin, the first thing you're going to do is lie down on your back. Bring your knees up to your chest, hands around your knees, and just gently circle your knees. And just notice as you circle your knees, noticing that this circling is opening up around the back of your hips. Swap your feet and go back the other way. Take a nice breath in, let the knees come away to arm's length, and let the breath out. Squeeze your knees into your chest. In breath, out breath. And one more. Let your feet come down to the floor, feet together, and your arms open to the side. Now with the breath, we're doing a nice gentle twist. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, knees go all the way to one side and you let your head roll to look towards the opposite hand. Breath in through the center and breath out. Breath in through the center and breath out. And we'll do one more pair, just noticing how your back feels, tuning into your breath. Okay, come back to the center. Let your legs lengthen out. Bring your arms overhead. Take a nice breath in and stretch out. Bring one knee up to your chest. Lift your head. Breath out. Nose to knee. Breath in. Lengthening. Breath out. Nose to knee. In. Out. In, out. One more. Okay. Then just take your legs up to the ceiling and give them a good shake. Just try and let your muscles be nice and loose and wobbly, but shaking the muscles out. Let your arms come up too and give them a good shake. Okay, now we're going to move over onto all fours. So this posture is called the cat pose, and if you have a cat or a dog at home, they probably do this. So take a nice breath in, and as you breathe out, you curve your spine up to the ceiling, letting your head and your tail drop down. As you breathe in, arching your back, sticking your head and your tail up. Breath out. Breath in and breath out and breath in. Come back to the center. Let your breath out. Sit back on your heels. Stretch your arms out. Let your head drop down. The next pose we're going to do is called the dog pose. So you're going to tuck your toes under, have your hands shoulder width apart, your feet hip width apart. Take the breath in, and as you breathe out, lift your hips and stretch back, lengthening your spine, opening your knees. Give the hips a little wiggle. Breath out, coming down onto the knees. Okay, we'll do that one more time. Breath in, breath out, long spine. Just keep the breath flowing, let the knees soften, and bring your hands back to your feet. And then you're going to catch hold of your elbows and let your body soften. Have your knees relaxed. If you have any pain in your back, then just let those knees be soft and let your body hang. Okay, and just let the arms undo and rolling up. Okay, so standing up, feet hip width apart, arms by the side. Now this is working with the breath, and in yoga we try and breathe in and out through our nose as much as possible. So you take the breath in, your arms lift up, you look up to the ceiling, opening the chest, reaching up, palms coming together. As you breathe out, letting the arms open. Do that a couple of times with your breath. In breath and out breath. With your in breath, lifting and opening the chest, bringing the palms together. Out breath, letting the arms open. Next thing we're going to do is called warrior pose number 2, and this is very good for strengthening the legs. So you have the legs nice and wide, wider than your shoulders, nice and wide, and then you're going to lift one heel and turn the foot out so that your feet make a T shape. Okay, then the arms come out to the side, straight out from the shoulders. You take your breath in, and as you breathe out, you bend the knee going over the toes. Turning your head and looking along that arm. You bend as deeply as you can, keeping both feet on the floor. And you stay there and breathe. Use your in-breath to come up, pushing through the feet. Out-breath, arms coming down. And swap the feet over. One turns in and the other one turns out, making a nice T shape with your feet. Breath in, arms opening. Breath out, bending the knee. Make sure you're wide enough that your knee does not come in front of the foot. You don't want to have pain in the knee, so just as deeply as you're comfortable with. Turning the head, looking along the arm. Breathing right down into the belly. In breath to come up, out breath coming down. Okay. Now we're doing warrior pose number 1. This one's not quite as wide as the one that we just did. And you're facing forward towards the front foot. The back foot's turned out a little and the hips facing forward. With this one, you take the breath in, the arms come up, palms together. With your out breath, you're bending the front knee as deeply as you can without pain, keeping your back heel on the mat. If you're comfortable, lifting the chest, looking up to the hands. Breath in to come up. Breath out, opening. And let yourself swivel around to the other side. So, hips facing forward. Back heel on the floor. Both legs strong and long with the breath. Breath in, reaching up. Breath out, bending the knee, knees over the toes. If your head's not comfortable like this, then just let it come forward. Make sure you don't arch your back. Just give everything a nice little shake. Shaking the arms, shaking the legs, shaking the hips. And then when you're ready, the last thing we're going to do is have a little relax. And that's very simple. It's just lying on the floor with your legs out, arms a little bit away from the side, and just close your eyes and rest here. Okay, so thanks for joining us today. That's the end of session 1. I'm Claire from Sun Yoga, and I'll see you next time.